Hello and welcome to the In Focus series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about rebuilding of Tista Dam and what are the concerns related to it. And this session is important for your GES 3 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about the what are the concerns related to Tista River, and in this discussion we are also going to have a brief introduction of Tista River, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIE's channel. Moving towards to the news part. So before moving to the news part, I want to make an important announcement for you. Drishti IAS Noida address is C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, Uttar Pradesh, and nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. And IAS Foundation course is available in both the mediums, Hindi medium and English medium, and the classes will begin by 17th February 6 p.m. for English medium and for Hindi medium 21st February 11:30 a.m. If you want to know more information about such classes, you can call on to the number 87501. So coming to the news part. So did you remember that there was glacial lake outburst on the Tista River, and after that we can see that the news was very dreadful because around 90 to 100 people died in that incident. And there was so many concerns related to the Tista Dam, that what had happened. So after 14 months of that tragedy, we can see that this time the government has thought that will rebuild a Tista Dam, and that's why this news we are covering. So what are the changes into it? We are going to cover up all those changes, that what were the loopholes in the earlier project and what new things we had added up. So this news which we are going to cover up in today's session. So this is the 14 months after devastating glacial lake outburst, flood in Sikkim washed away the Tista 3 dam. So after that, we can see that a new structure has been created, and we are planning to create a new structure. And the old structure was built of the part of rock and part of the concrete. But the new development is that they are going to build it entirely of the concrete, so that they can provide more strength to the dam. So this is the thing. So earlier we have this what you can say capacity of 7,000 cumex, and right now we have the capacity of 19,946 cubic meters cumex. So it can manage this much of peak flow. So this is about that. We are going to start with the new what you can say safety measures. Now we are going to discuss about the Tista River, that what is Tista River. So where it is located, what are the tributaries associated with the Tista River. So Tista River is a major right bank tributary of Brahmaputra and also known as Jamuna in Bangladesh. This is very important question for your prelims examination, because they can ask questions like this, that this river is known as this name, and what is the name of this river in a particular country. So such kind of questions have been already asked in prelims and mains examination, so you can ask and you can remember this fact. And it flows through India and Bangladesh. It is 414 kilometers long with a total catchment area of 12,159 kilometers square. And what is the origin? So it originates in the Himalayas near the Tasol Lahamo Lake in Sikkim and flows to the south through West Bengal before entering the Bangladesh. And what are the sources we have? So we have Pahurni Glacier, Khangse Glacier and Cholamog Lake are also considered the sources of the Tista River. These things are also important for examination. Major river basin. So the major portion of the river basin lies in India and only 17% of it's in the Bangladesh. And Tista Basin is home to around 30 million people, 2% in Sikkim, 27% in West Bengal and 71% in northwest Bangladesh. And what are the major tributaries of this particular river? So we have left bank tributaries Lachung Chu, Changchung Chu and Dikchu, Rani Khola and Rangpo Chu. Right bank tributaries Jemu Chu, Rangyongchu and Rangit River. So the river joins the Brahmaputra in Bangladesh before it flows into the Bay of Bengal after meeting with the Ganges and Meghna. So this is about the Tista River. In this Tista River, you have to majorly know that what are the tributaries, also what are the sources and its origin. Now we'll discuss the concerns aspect of it, that what are the concerns related to this particular reconstruction. So the first of all is about the glacial lake outburst flood, because we have witnessed that so many people died in this thing. So we have to be very cautious this time that such kind of incident should not occur. So the region is very vulnerable, so we have to check that vulnerability. So this is the thing, and we need to take care of the structural safety of the dams and hydropower projects, also structural integrity of the dam. So what we have seen that a ministry panel cleared the dam structure despite concerns, and there has been also issues that without public hearing it has been done. So these are the concerns associated with it. And here we have to also check the extreme weather and natural disaster like glacial floods. So we have to ensure that we should not repeat the history again. And there is also impact of climate change. The region is experiencing accelerated glacial melt due to the climate change, increasing the likelihood of glacial lake burst and impacting the long-term feasibility and safety of hydropower projects. So this is also one of the thing. Here we have some more concerns, environmental and ecological concerns, because building or reconstructing dams is ecologically sensitive and they have potential to disrupt the biodiversity of that particular area. So here we have to also look for the loss and change of the biodiversity, then human and economic risk, because what we have seen in the 2023 incident, so the risks to human lives and infrastructure downstream, because there was no proper what you can say management, that in any kind of worst situation how we can protect human life. So this is also one of the thing. And lack of adequate risk mitigation measures, because of such kind of incidents and sudden outburst, we do not have a separate plan that how to mitigate such kind of the things. So in case of natural disaster, how we are able to manage such things. So this is also missing into this direction. Also, we have to look for the cost factor and financial consideration. Earlier, the project cost was 13,965 crore. But right now, what we have seen that there additional rupees 4,189 crore has been allotted. So here we have to also analyze that whatever because we are adding more 4,000 crore to it. So we have to analyze that whatever amount we are investing it, whether it's applicable or not, and what benefits we can get from this. Suppose that we are making entirely of the concrete. So does concrete have this capacity that it can be manageable in case of glacial lake outburst flood? So what will happen into that kind of situation? So we have to better analyze the cost and benefit analysis, and after that we can invest this huge amount. So these are the concerns we have related to the Tista Dam. Now we are discussing the question. Consider the following statement about the Tista River. It is a right bank tributary of the Brahmaputra River. The majority of the Tista River basin lies in Bangladesh. The Tista River originates near the Tasol Lahamo Lake in Sikkim. Which of the statements given above is are correct? 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3. So you have to answer this into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section. And do remember facts about the Tista River. Also, you have to make a mains practice question for your home, that construction of dams on a river, how much it is ecologically and economically feasible. So you have to highlight the ecological and economical concerns related to it. And also, if you will point out the ecological concern, then biodiversity loss and change will automatically cover up into those things. So you have to analyze all those points related to the ecological and economic loss, and how to mitigate risk in any kind of natural disaster or in fact a human made disaster also. So how to avoid those human made disasters and how to reduce the climate change impact onto these kind of construction. So thank you, have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.